This video is for our 2-year-old's room, May week 3. All month long, we are talking about going God's way. Our question is, whose way is perfect? God's way is perfect. And our memory verse is, God's way is perfect. 2 Samuel 22:31. So far this month, we have talked about creation and Jonah. And this week, we are learning about the story of Naaman. That is from the book of 2 Kings. And our story focus is, I can go God's way even when it's hard. All right. So jumping into our activities for this week. First little intro activity after kids get done playing at 10 after, you're going to gather the kids around you and guide the children to do activities 7 times. So jump 7 times, touch their toes, pat their tummy, say their name, all different things. So you're just going to say, friends, come here with me. Can you guys count to 7? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good job. Now can you jump 7 times and then do it together and so on. And then you're going to say, you counted to 7 so many times today. Super job. In our Bible story, there is a man who had to do something 7 times, and I can't wait to find out what it was. And then another little activity that you can do before the large group starts is you can set out 7 blocks, which actually, oddly enough, I think those little foam blocks, we will borrow one from the 1-year-old's room because there's 6 there. So we'll borrow one of those and you can stack those 7 blocks. And so what you're going to do is you're going to encourage kids to count the blocks and then stack them up, and you can stack them all different ways. And talk about how someone in our story had to do something hard 7 times. So you're going to say, friends, can you help me build something using these blocks? Let's make a tower. Let's stack all of the blocks on top of each other. Well, our tower's getting really tall. It's hard to stack all these blocks without them wobbling. Let's count how many blocks we stacked. Counting to 7. In our story today, we're here about a man who had to do something 7 times that was hard for him to do. So obviously, setting up that story. All right. Then you will go and hear the story of Naaman. When you get back, we have several little activities that you can do. Last week, right when the kids came back, the directors had the room set up for snack, and it kind of gave the kids a chance to come in and relax and eat their snack while the leaders could kind of get ready for the next activity. So whoever's directing, if you're the leader, just say, hey, could you set up snack for us while we're in large group time? And I'm sure they would be more than happy to do that. I will try to remind directors to do that also. So one of the follow-up activities that you can do for the Bible story review is you're going to give each kiddo a sheet of red dot stickers. Looks like this. And you're going to tell the kids that you're going to pretend that you are Naaman from the Bible story, and you need to be covered in red spots because your skin is sick. So Naaman had leprosy. Once you're covered in red spots, you're going to lead the kids in counting to 7. And when everyone says 7, you're going to tell the kids to take off all the red spots because now you're better. You're going to talk about how when Naaman went God's way, even when it's hard. So say, okay, friends, I need you to help me. I'm going to give each of you some red dot stickers. And everyone, now that you guys all have them, I'm going to pretend that I am Naaman. And I need you to put your red dot stickers on me because my skin is very, very sick. So maybe just have them put them on your arms and maybe like the lower part of your legs. And then say, wow, look at me. I'm covered in spots and I need to get better. God wants me to dip 7 times in the river. This is going to be hard, but I need to go God's way. Can you guys count to 7 with me? And maybe kind of like squat down 7 times and then take the spots off and say, I went God's way and now I'm all better. Naaman was sick and needed help, and when he was told that God's way was to dip in the water 7 times, he wasn't sure he wanted to do that. But Naaman decided to jump, and go God's way, and God's way made him all better. God's way is perfect. Whose way is perfect? God's way is perfect. Then another review activity that you can do is just practicing the memory verse with motions lots of times together. Probably the hardest part that the kids are having is saying 2 Samuel 22:31. So just practicing that together. Then another follow-up activity is you've got your walking rope up here hanging on your wall. You're going to get that out and you're going to play music on the TV in the room and encourage the kids to hold onto the rope and walk around as they sing a song. And you're just going to say, let's walk together. We can go God's way because God's way is perfect. And then the last little activity, this is their craft for the day. So what they've got is each kid is going to have a Naaman little cardstock paper. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold each Naaman in half. And then we've got the parent note too. That's right here that you can pass home with it. And let's see, you're going to encourage the kids to dot marker only one Naaman. And you're going to have them put glue on the back side of the picture. And we actually still have that double-sided tape from last week, which might be even better than glue if you just stick a slab of that on there. And you're going to sandwich a straw. I think we're just going to use, instead of a straw, we're just going to use a popsicle stick. So put the popsicle stick in the middle. You're going to fold it back to back and put a little double-sided tape sticker and put the popsicle stick in there. And you're going to turn Naaman side to side. So you're going to say, hi, friends, come sit at the table with me. Today we learned about a man named Naaman. Naaman was a really important man in charge of a big army, and he did things his own way. Well, one day he got sick, and he had lots of spots all over his skin that hurt really bad. So we're going to put spots on this Naaman with your markers. And you can just use the smelly markers. You can use crayons. I think the red dot stickers are going to be too big. So just have kids use the markers or the crayons to put little red dots all over this Naaman that doesn't have the memory verse. So have them put red dots all over that Naaman. And then you're going to say, good job. Now you're going to open your paper and you're going to flip it over. And we're going to press it together so you can use glue or you can use the double-sided tape and put the popsicle stick in between it. And you're going to say, now there was no medicine to help the spots. So Naaman went to a friend of God's for help. Naaman was told to go to the river and wash himself 7 times. Naaman was mad because he thought he would be better right away. Washing in the river 7 times sounded really hard, but sometimes going God's way is hard. So Naaman went to the river and washed himself 7 times, and when he was done, his spots were gone. So hold your straw between your hands like this, and you're going to rub your hands back and forth. Oh, maybe I will get straws because that would make it easier. And so you're going to say, you're going to rub Naaman back and forth so he twists around 7 times. Now he has spots, now he doesn't. Sometimes following God's way will be hard, but we have to remember that God's way is perfect. Whose way is perfect? God's way is perfect. So that is it for this week, friends. Thank you so much for serving in our 2-year-olds are in lots of fun little counting to 7 activities this week. Also for the block things at the beginning, I just realized I put these here. You can stack these blocks at the beginning too. Stack 7 each. You can have little groups do it together. All right, that's it for this week, guys. Thank you so much for serving, and we'll see you on Sunday.